In this video, we're going to discuss how you can draw a histogram from a frequency table using question number 34 from the August 2017 Algebra 1 Regent. The heights and feet of former New York Knicks basketball players are listed below, and then we have some values of heights. Using the heights given, complete the frequency table below. Then the next part of the question says, based on the frequency table, draw and label a frequency histogram on the grid below, and the next part of the question, determine and state which interval contains the upper quartile and justify your response. Let's start with the first part of the question. The heights and feet of former New York Knicks basketball players are in that table, and we need to find the frequency of 6.0 to 6.1, 6.2 to 6.3, 6.4 to 6.5, 6.6 to 6.7, 6.8 to 6.9, 7.0 to 7.1. So we're going to just find how many of each of these categories we have. First one we have is 6.4. The next one is 6.9. The next one is 6.3. The next one is 6.2. Next one is 6.3. Next one is 6.0. 6.1. 6.3. 6.8. 6.2. 6.5. 7.1. 6.4. 6.3. 6.5. 6.5, 6.4, 7.0, 6.4, 6.3, 6.2, 6.3, 7.0, 6.4, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.0, and 6.2. So we have 3 of the players being 6.0 to 6.1, 10 of the players 6.2 to 6.3, 11 of the players 6.4 to 6.5, no players between 6.6 and 6.7, 2 between 6.8 and 6.9, and 3 between 7.0 and 7.1. In the next part of the question, we're being asked, based on the frequency table created, draw and label a frequency histogram on the grid below. So a frequency histogram looks basically like a bar graph, but it's a little bit different because on the y-axis we have the frequency, and on the x-axis we have the interval. Now we're going to have a bar for 6.0 to 6.1, so a higher bar for 6.2 to 6.3, a higher bar for 6.4 to 6.5, no bar by 6.6 to 6.7, a low bar by 6.8 to 6.9, and a little bit higher by 7.0 to 7.1. So let's actually draw this. First we need to label our axes. The x-axis is the interval, and the y-axis is the frequency. And we're going to have to make our intervals also. I wrote out the intervals on the bottom, 6.0 to 6.1, 6.2 to 6.3, 6.4 to 6.5, 6.6 to 6.7, 6.8 to 6.9, 7.0 to 7.1. Then I labeled the frequency from 0 to 20. Now let's actually draw the bars. From 6.0 to 6.1, we have a frequency of 3. From 6.2 to 6.3, we have a frequency of 10. From 6.4 to 6.5, we have a frequency of 11. From 6.6 to 6.7, we don't have any, so we're going to leave that blank. From 6.8 to 6.9, we have a frequency of 2. And from 7.0 to 7.1, we have a frequency of 3. And this is our histogram. The next part of the question says, determine and state which interval contains the upper quartile and justify your response. The upper quartile, or the third quartile, is the median of the upper half of the data set when the set is divided at the median of the entire set. So that means that we're dividing the data into 4. Let's say this is our data set, or this is the median over here, and we want to find what is this line, the median of the upper half. So if we divide our data set into 4 different parts, then we can find how many values are in each of the 4 parts and count back that many numbers from the end of the data set to find what is the value over here. So there are 29 values in the data set. So we're going to do 29 divided by 4, which is 7.25. So there are 7.25 values in each data set. So there are between 7 and 8 values in each data set. Now we're going to count back 7 or 8 values and see which interval we're in. So if we count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our value is somewhere over here. And we're in the interval of 6.4 to 6.5. So the interval with the upper quartile and the third quartile is 6.4 to 6.5.